I've waited over 6 years to show you this. This is the brand new TCS and TCO package by TC Customs. TC Customs started back in 2018, and ever since then, I have always wanted to come out with a package for every consumer to be able to afford. The problem is that so many different dealerships, Ford dealerships, want to charge out the butt for these specific custom packages, but not TC Customs. Because we are a subsidiary of Town & Country Ford, we've always had this dream to be able to package something together to give the customer a good value, but also give them a truck that not everybody else is driving. And that is why I'm so excited to show you these trucks. TC Customs has packaged up a couple of different options for you when you want to customize your brand new 2025 Ford F-150. And by the way, if you're interested in ordering a 2025 F-150, whether you want customization or not, give us a call. The phone number is right there on the screen. And depending on which vehicle you select, we've got invoice pricing for you automatically. Give us a call if you're wanting some more information about that. But what is the TCS package built by TC Customs? You might be asking yourself that. This is the TCS package. It stands for the Town & Country Street package. And basically what it comes with is a full-blown suspension system, wheels and tires, and so much more. And let's talk a little bit more about it. So first up, you get a Beltec suspension kit, which is going to drop at 3.5 inches in the front and 5.5 inches in the rear. And you're going to notice that you've got these beautiful Asante wheels. Now, the beautiful thing about this setup is you can actually swap these wheels out for a set of niche wheels or even a set of Volson wheels if you want to upgrade to something like that. This truck comes automatically with the Nitto NT 420V tires. You can swap that out to a set of Toyos if that's something that you want. The beautiful thing about these packages is you've got options regardless of what you're looking to accomplish. Every one of these TCS packages comes automatically with a TC Customs Fender emblem. And the reason I like that is because whether you go with a Lariat or an XLT or even an XL, which is what this one's got, you've got the niceties that is bringing it up another trim level is the way I like to look at it. Because at the end of the day, you can only get a regular cab in an XL trim level. But then again, you can make an XL look a lot nicer than an XL should look, which is what I would argue is right here. And so it's nice that every one of these TCS packages has that option automatically, standard, no extra cost, as well as a set of MBRP black tip exhaust. You can go chrome tip. You can also go with the exhaust that comes out the back on the side or even straight pipes all the way back. Either way, you've got that option. But you'll also notice that this is a 4-wheel drive. You can option this whether it's a 4-wheel drive or a 2-wheel drive. And another fun little fact that you've got on the TCS package is every single one of these are going to come with a TC Customs emblem in the rear. Once again, just trying to signify that TC Customs is the leader when it comes to lowering your truck or even lifting your truck. Speaking of lifting it, let's take a look at what we got over here. This is the TCO package, and if you haven't picked it up yet, the O stands for off-road, whereas the S stands for the street. Now, the beautiful thing about the TCO off-road package is it comes with things that are not just standard run-of-the-mill. Yes, you can customize this vehicle any way that you want to, but right out of the gate, you get a 4-inch lift kit, or you can opt it for a 6-inch lift kit, which can clear 37-inch tires, by the way. But I love this package because the 4-inch kit is a nice height, but it also redoes all of your suspension geometry with a cross-member drop-down bracket in the middle, as well as the beefed-up steering knuckles and everything that you need to make sure that you are maintaining as close to a stock ride as you possibly can, depending on the tires that you pick out. And here you can see a big height difference between these two trucks that are otherwise identical. This is the lowered, this is the lifted, just in case you couldn't tell. But what I wanted to show you is the difference that TC Customs emblem makes on both of these. To me, it's just kind of weird that you've got the chrome outlay right here on this Fender emblem. Now keep in mind, this is a 103A equipment group, which means that it comes with that chrome front bumper. Me personally, I probably want to wrap that with some vinyl or maybe put some color match PPF on the front end and the back end of this. That would be a pretty sweet little setup. I prefer that more than painting it because the PPF is going to protect the bumper. And also if at any point you just decide you don't want it anymore, you can go right back to the chrome bumper just by peeling it off. I think that is kind of cool. On the inside of these two trucks, there are some differences. This one has the vinyl seats, which some people would say that it's actually going to hold up a little bit better if you're going to be working out of the truck. Perfect for the TCO off-road package. And so that is an option. Now keep in mind, you can also upgrade to cat skin premium leather, where you can get the custom TC in the headrest. You can also get double diamond stitching. You've got a lot of different options when it comes to leather with TC Customs. But the other thing you want to compare this to is the cloth, which is also an option on the regular cabs, as well as some of the other trim levels as well, and other cab configurations. But leather is available as an option regardless of what interior you choose. Now, what you're going to find out is these trucks, even for 24 and 25, got the rubber floors, which makes it really nice because if your feet are dirty, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. And yes, I know this truck is dirty. The customer is on his way to come pick it up first thing in the morning, so we got to get this thing detailed and cleaned up tonight before he gets here. The TCO off-road package also has I cannot talk today. The TCO off-road package also has exhaust systems that are available if that's something that you'd like, but this one does not have that option. So let's hear what it sounds like in stock form compared to this MBRP. America! These packages start at $8,500 and includes a whole lot of options. Specifically, it comes with that 3.5-inch lowering kit in the front. It comes with a 5.5-inch lowering kit in the rear with a height adjustable coilovers right out of the gate and some street performance 2-inch shocks in the rear. The wheels that come standard with this are the 22-inch niche gamma wheels, and you've also got a set of Nitto NT 420V tires, as well as the Ford OEM tire pressure sensor monitoring. You've got the TCcustoms side fender vents, you've got the tailgate emblem, you've got the windshield banner, you've got a 4-wheel alignment system. You even have safety sensor recalibration. So the cameras that are located in that windshield, those are calibrated so that way you still have your crash avoidance systems that are going to be fully operational for you. As well as black lug nuts, you get a certificate of authenticity, you get a TC Customs keychain, you get an owner's pack and an owner's manual supplement. So the question that I have for you, are all of those options, is that a good value? Let me know down in the comments. And now it's time to take the lifted truck for a quick spin. So I've had a chance to drive these regular cabs quite a good bit. And before we get into how the suspension on the lifted truck feels, let's talk a little bit about exactly how does a regular cab overall drive. One of the things you're going to notice is it feels a lot more nimble getting in and out of a situation or out of a parking lot or avoiding a vehicle that's in the road like we just did. And I know you're probably thinking like, oh, see, like this guy. Thankfully the brakes, Buckeye hauler, thank you for cutting me off. He's just cutting it wide because he's got a big old trailer. But the point is these trucks, being a regular cab, is a lot more nimble than say like a Super Crew or a Super Cab. And I'm not hating on a Super Crew. I love me a Super Crew, but there is a unique characteristic about these shorter beds. So this truck is equipped with a BDS 4-inch lift kit. Now, whether you pick a BDS lift kit or a FabTech kit, a lot of these kits are going to ride almost exactly the same because this is a spacer kit, meaning that it reutilizes the same struts in the front of the vehicle. You just have a top hat that goes on it. But the reason they all drive very similar to factory is going to be because they have things that keep all of the geometry right back into the OEM specification. And so you have these taller steering knuckles that allows for the tie rods and all of the other suspension components to remain inside of that factory operating degree, if you will. The other nice thing about a truck with a 4-inch lift kit is you can still fit the vehicle inside of a car wash. And now let's hop in the lower truck to compare the differences. The first big difference on the lower truck compared to the lifted truck is your big boy, 6'3", doesn't even have to step up into the vehicle. He actually has to step down into it to get in it. So if you're vertically challenged or if you just don't want to climb into your truck, this is a great option for you. But that's not why you're here. Let's go ahead and see what this thing handles like compared to the lift truck. Obviously, a much lower center of gravity, which is going to allow you to not feel like you're getting swayed around. I will say that the speed bumps are a little more aggressive if you take them at the same speed. Obviously, having a bigger tire gives you more sidewall, and having the more sidewall actually works as a little bit of a suspension in addition to the actual suspension. So if you hit bumps or hit potholes, a whole lot, the lifted truck is probably going to be a better option for you. The other benefit of a lower truck is a smaller tire. When you have a smaller tire, it allows for better acceleration. And that MBRP exhaust sounds chef's kiss. It sounds fantastic. We are a dealer for Beltec and for RideTech suspension system. This one happens to have the upgraded RideTech suspension, which is a little bit more money, and it does feel like it has a little bit better of a ride quality, especially if you're going to be racing the truck. I feel like it's going to be a little bit more planted. But then again, both of those suspension systems are fantastic choices. But either way you're looking at it, a lower truck like this is going to have a 3.5, 5.5 foot drop foot. Has a 3.5, 5.5 inch drop on the suspension. And so one of the ways that they accomplish that is with a flip kit in the rear, meaning that normally on a stock F-150, you've got your leaf spring, you've got the axle that goes underneath it. The flip kit actually brings the axle on top of the leaf spring, yet again, giving you the ability to have that 5.5 inch drop. I said it right that time. So the question is, do you like the lower trucks? Woo! Do you like the lower trucks or the lifted trucks better? Comment down below and let me know.